Welcome back to Into the Breach. I picked Bethany as the pilot. I didn't have a good pilot from last run, so we're starting from scratch with Bethany and the Frozen Titans. The best option, aside from the special pilots. I was given a chance to save the world. It all depends on these islands. I can do this. And let's take a look. We have a Psion, Abomination, Firefly, an interesting leader, the robot, and the Hornet with the exploding Vec. I'm going to start with Pinnacle Robotics and defend the robots, ready emergency batteries, so some objectives will be much easier, as we'll see. So let's start actually from defend the robots. The Frozen Titans have the Ice Mech here, the only flying ranged mech, which has a very special ability, very special weapon, a Cryo Launcher, freeze yourself and the target, which means that we have very powerful against alpha enemies because they'll be frozen, but very hard to kill, and also need to position our mech in a special way to get free from the ice. And to do that we have the Mirror Mech, which has the Janus Cannon, fire to projectile in opposite direction. Janus is the Roman god of beginnings because it's two faces, so represented doors and new things like January, first month. Instead, the Prime Mech has a straightforward damage, which also deals Spartan Shield, also flips the target direction, but Gain Shield is the first upgrade, so Bethany makes sense until you get the Gain Shield, which makes Bethany pointless here, but well, actually Bethany will break the Ice Mech, as we'll see. But first, let's get rid of these. So we cannot actually reach here, otherwise we could have killed that one, but at least we can get a Psion and push this away, although we could freeze either the target or the Vec, which, well, probably Vec is the safest option, but the Vec wasn't expecting that. But the good thing about Janus Cannon, we can free ourselves. So these two mechs are thought synergy with the Ice Mech, also as an help. So the Janus Cannon is the only thing that can push. Instead, flipping the direction is very important with these powerful Vec, if we cannot freeze them. So, well, we can just move away from here. I like to block, but I don't think I can. So I'm going to just flip its direction, and maybe next turn we'll be able to kill for the XP. So I'd like to kill this one, but yeah, need to be careful not to kill the bot. So what I can do is hit an empty space, or actually probably hit the bot. The mine bot is not really, can stay frozen, would be safest, would be safe, and with the Janus Cannon I free myself. That's the tactic also. Now the achievements, the Flame Mech were mostly trivial, but here the achievements are actually important to understand how to deal with these strange things. Also, I could freeze myself to save me from, say, the Ice Mech from the Alpha Firefly, and I could use the shield to block the Mirror Mech shot. That's why everything works. And actually, I cannot reach very far, so maybe I should ignore this. And let's see. So I can kill it this way and then freeze after, or freeze before. So even if I move away, I cannot come here. So this one is flying. I could come here. That's the safe option. But I think I need some XP since I want to get many kills. So let's do it like this, and I won't get on fire. I did not damage this tile. And this one is dead, so yeah, on Pinnacle fits perfectly. Can freeze everything. Also, if you could push, would be frozen. But yeah, I can actually reach. So the shield protects from all status effects, which means I did not get frozen by the freeze mine. It will work the same stuff. Will work the same with the Ice Mech, making it yeah, the side effect void, but also less interesting tactic. So let's destroy this, freeze nothing, and we get already shoot the Cryo Launcher 4 times in a single battle. So the achievements with the Flame Mech were just play the game, and here they need to explain how to do it. So this first achievement tells you that you can actually use the weapon every time, and if you position your back well. The trick shot, well, that's mostly trying to find a better position for him. But Pacifist kill fewer than 3 enemies in a single battle, which tells you that these mechs will be better at a Pacifist run and won't be able to do optional objective with kill 7 enemies. So let's get the XP, and we're good. So I need to avoid those kill 7 enemies, but we defended the robots, and yeah, kill at least 7 enemies, not worth it. But I'll show you next time how to the Bethany works. Here, the Ice Mech, but hundreds of lives are in your hands. Please be careful. So we don't need to save these robots. If we don't, this is not the tank mission when we can freeze the robots, but we can do it anyway because, yeah, with the Ice Mech. But yeah, I think it's best to do like this. And cannot reach. We lose the shield, but yeah, probably it's for the best. No, I think I should If only we knew what was wrong with the robots. Yeah, Bethany empathizes with Zenith, but I can actually freeze one of the buildings to be safe. I don't want to stay frozen next turn. Now that we get some emerging back, I can do this. Like this. And actually I cannot. Wanted to kill, but yeah, it will not do any damage. So either I come here to get the bump, or I just let it go. So I'm going to, well, let's block just to be safe, and the fire will kill. It's an easy mission, take less than 3 crit damage. So we could just continue blocking, but we could use the XP. As you can see, the Ice Mech pilot won't get much XP, and yeah, I can block actually. Here, this, and let's just kill. We get just 2 back. With 2 health. Perfect. So, well, let's you notice the frozen robot here. And yeah, we can also freeze mountains, works the same way. With weirder model, it seems the mountains get smaller. It's an optical effect from the ice. And now, thanks to the bump from here, we can kill both of them, get some more XP. But yeah, now we need to, it's very hard because we need also to worry about the strategy layer. With the other squad we can just go anywhere and probably get perfect island anyway. But this time, well, protecting coal plant is easy, but freeze defend both robots is even easier for us. These machines are not currently themselves. Look past their malfunctioning aggression and see them as living beings. And it's easy enough in this case. So let's see. Yeah, I don't want the leaper to jump between my mech. Although, when I think about it, it's a good chance to kill it. So now we can freeze both of them in 1 turn, but I'd like to get rid of this one, and I'm stuck. Yeah, I could come 1, 2, 3. No, I could, even if not webbed, I could not go around to kill it this way. So I just do this, and actually not sure where to go. I could block, lose my shield, but yeah, cannot pick up the pod. I think I stay here. Maybe I come. Let's just so freeze, and actually, well, I'm flying, so it doesn't matter. Although I could have actually freed my mech by hitting it with the with the Prime Mech. Now I'm stuck. But could actually freeze them next turn. Yeah, frozen. Cannot freeze a frozen Vec, but cannot come here because it's not massive. I'm just used to having, or the mechs are massive, so they can freely go through water. Instead, all the tanks are not, so it won't help much. Actually, if I hit it like this, yeah, I can free him, and I can freeze them next turn. Of course, he's not attacking because he was under ice, but I need to worry about this one. Can I reach 3 and 4? I could if there was not this one. So I can keep blocking and kill. I can take actually damage. Not sure if it's a good idea. I think I'll leave it here and just freeze and move away here and take the 2 damage. And hopefully next time. Actually, I should have frozen a building. But yeah, forgot. Yeah, this building would be perfect. I just wanted to get the bump, but yeah, I cannot. So what I can do, I could hit both of them. So if I'm going, yeah, I cannot kill. Should have frozen. So now I'm not doing any damage. But I can still change attack direction. Or I could attack here and then freeze this one. This. And yeah, just move it away. Maybe freeze it. At this point, I want the XP, but yeah. Can I? Feels like a freezer. Hopefully, people are good. And I cannot reach unless I get rid of this one. So I don't need to worry about this one here. I just wanted the 4 XP from here and I'm stuck. So yeah, not the worst. Not the best option. Actually, yeah, I would die. So yeah, it's horrible position. I don't think I will be able to kill this one. Actually, yes, because let's see. No, I cannot. So let's just go like this. And yeah, with the fire I could, without the Psion I could do it. Yeah, cannot. Also, we can save the time pod with someone else, but actually I can kill this one, better than nothing, and yeah, nothing else to do. So yeah, it's hard to get XP. Ideally, you would want to start with a fully upgraded pilot. See what we get, just a reactor. So again, take less than 3 damage. We are lucky with the objectives. We could have all kill 7 enemies, and then the perfect island would be almost impossible. Yeah, protect the coal plant, but we got the ice storm. We don't need the ice storm. We already have our own personal ice storm. And let's see if we can. So yeah, don't want the leopard to come here. And maybe select this. So the leopards are good because we can just bump them, but we don't have anyone can bump. So here being an easy kill or an easy move with the other ranged mech. Instead, the Ice Mech can just protect the building once. We could actually, yeah, we cannot even kill. So let's try to get some damage. I can block and push. I can freeze. Oh, should have come here. Block and freeze. We can actually, with a bump, we could. So if we put Ice Mech here and freeze ourselves, with the bump we can kill. What? I don't think. Or we can just freeze the building. I think I want to. Yeah. I think I want to do that. So we get 1 damage because the weapon broke the ice before our bump, but important thing, we are free from the ice. And now we just need to worry about this one. So yeah, perfect situation to freeze, but also I want to get rid of that. So let's see. If we do it like this, we can hit. And also freeze. Not sure if it's necessary, but we could use more XP. Hoped for someone to drown. Wasn't so lucky. The Aegis Mech are actually a lot of, well, for time movement, not too bad. And I can kill it directly, or I can damage this one. Maybe it's best to freeze and damage. So I cannot do it like this because I'm yeah, would get killed. So I think I'm going to give up on my dreams of killing this one. Yeah, also I would get I would die. So just do it like this. Pacifist run is actually easier than try to kill 7 enemies. So we could actually, yeah, 3 killed. We could have gone for that. I think about it. Push this into water. Well, I cannot push if I did not damage. So if I put a shield on top of the ice, pushing a frozen flying mech on water kills. At least we can get here? 5 and 5 would be perfect for Wilder group. Everything is operating at peak efficiency, I think. And now we need to worry about Corporate HQ. Just one reactor core, just one time pod, and just a simple one. But I'm thinking about going for this achievement. Finish 3 corporate islands without powering a weapon modification. So I'm going to wait on that and see what we get on the, if we get something good on the shop. And yeah, one of our machines and someone taken control of a hive and is assaulting Pinnacle Tower. It must be stopped. Yes, so this is a Pinnacle machine, but from the side of Vec. I think seen it this boss less than the others, than the Vec leaders. There's self-repairing. If damaged, this unit will shield itself and prepare to heal. Also massive and hive leader as usual. But it's an interesting mechanic. So it will be even tougher for us since we don't have way to deal a lot of damage. I'm just going to hope that can enlist the help of some Vec. Ready to make the Frozen Titans proud. Not sure what happens if I freeze it. Push, probably nothing, it will just get defrosted since it's massive. I'm thinking if I can move both of them to, well, move this to attack the Vec since it deals 3 damage. With +2 it will be dead, but I cannot. I cannot. So what you can do actually, let's see if it works. So we could freeze it so that it won't repair. That's an option. So next turn will be shielded and repair, but if we freeze them, we freeze the robot. Also I'm interested in freezing because yeah, I can kill this, need the bomb. But so now it won't actually, it won't freeze, it won't shield. So if we defrost it, then we can eat it again. But we need to worry about these and also upside. Yeah, so let's try too far away with the map. So let's try this one, this. And hopefully next time we'll be with damage. So the Leaper is attacking, it's good. And yeah, cannot reach, cannot come here to bump this way. So this will not kill with the weapon, but will kill with the bomb. So let's actually get a bit closer to the action. Now I'm free, but I need to hit this one twice. Can kill this, or maybe better the Psion. Not enough to block, unfortunately. So I think I'll just stay here. So I've frozen it, but in a bad position, so maybe the best would be to, yeah, to freeze here. Not sure if I can then. Yeah. Could come here. Probably the best option. I need to hope we go for a bomb. The only way I can kill it. So I saved myself for the shield and repair, but so now we just have these two. We can ignore them. Well, can ignore one. And I cannot reach. That's not good. So my idea was to do this get the bump, but the problem is that then the Aegis Mech cannot come around because the Hornet is in the way. So I'm not sure if I can kill the bot leader. So I just need one hit from the Aegis Mech, but this one is in the way, and yeah, I cannot. I can freeze, but cannot go around. So I will not get the perfect island. It's okay. Next time we can't let the Vec flee, they just regroup. We will assign a drone force to tail and scan the new Vec. We must obtain more data to properly combat. So it's no special lines for the fact that it's a robot. It treats like any other Vec. So we missed the perfect island, but we still got perfect score. And what I wanted to do with these mech was actually engineering Dropout. Finish 3 corporate islands without powering up weapon modifications. So my goal is to finish the whole achievements in the least number of runs possible. So we need at least 10 runs for a complete victory, because we need to beat the game with all 10 primary squads. And yeah, we'll see the random and custom squad. But for now, also Untouchable, finish a corporate island without taking back damage. Repair damage is still damage. So let's see if I can do this and this instead of the perfect island reward. So spend reputation. So we have repair field. Repairing one mech will affect all mechs, and repair drop, a similar weapon but doesn't need cores. So we're going to avoid powering up. Hit converter, freeze any tile in front, blind the tile behind on firing process. A small tank to help in combat. Interestingly, if I undo, so if I undo all, the order will change for some reason. Yeah. But anyway, so we have a 7 corporate reputation, so we have 4. Could buy 1 more reactor core or keep all 4 for the next island. Since I'm not going to use the reactor cores now, and I can just buy them and keep them for later. That's the change for more than 1 year after the game released. This would not be possible because we'd waste 1 star in the process. We need to buy, aside from one of them was on sale, but we need to buy for 2 stars and sell for 1. Now it's we can just bank the stars until we get the achievement. So we cannot power up modifications, and also we can check at any time. So Chronophobia, destroy every time pod discovery, is already failed. Also Untouchable for this island. So if we see a cross, we also have finished 3 corporate islands without equipping any new pilots or weapons. That we'll do it next time. So we can use the Aegis Mech to heal all player units, and these needs 1 core, so cannot do it. But I'll show you what happens with Bethany here. And let's check. Yeah, so trusted equipment is ruined, but engineering dropout is still good. So let's leave island. Want to try the Scion Abomination and defend the disposal unit, destroy mountains. So no kill 7 enemies for now. So the disposal unit will do much of the work for us, unless, well, webbing is pointless, but yeah, the acid launcher can do this, but the mountains are positioned in such a way that it's not. We can just do it in 2 turns. But yeah. So let's see. Well, we can ignore this one. Destroy these 2. Again, I really miss. With the other squads I'm used to push back around. Instead, I could make this one kill the Alpha Firefly, kill the normal Firefly. Anyway, let's start from here and finally get some level up. Reactor, very good. Unfortunately, not the best for my challenge, but after 3 islands we can actually do it. I forgot we can still use the reactor for HP and movement, so I could have used the 2 power cores for the other stuff. Anyway, so what I want to do is to do this, but get... Yeah, I cannot reach here to freeze the building. I could do it like this, maybe. Yeah, but then I will lose the shield if I do it like this. So yeah, not easy actually. Yes, it's quite easy. So I get the XP on this one. I can simply do this. Easy enough. And can I freeze this one? Yes, but I need to go here. Not a great positioning, but hopefully it will work out. So now I can kill it with... It's an acid, so I can kill it in 1 hit. Perfect. And I can ignore this one. So 1 tile in this direction. Perfect. But maybe, yeah, the mountains are actually defending these buildings. So I'm going to do this. And I wish we could make it mobile. So it can actually go very far. But so I'm going to actually to freeze this one. Quite worried. So you can see that the mech changes nature completely with Bethany and with the special pilot. It's an upgraded version of Bethany. Mafan. And yeah, I cannot block actually like this, but I hope that there's some Vec will stay here. Let's get more central location. So these will block me because I'm not flying, so I just stay here. So I still 2 turns to destroy the mountains. Fortunately no one came here. And not attacking. So can freeze this building, attack this way. But then I cannot move. So I could kill this thing here, but then yeah, I don't have any interesting place to be with this one. So that's an issue with freezing back, then you don't have any room to move afterward. So either I kill everything like this, yeah, probably it's the best option. Just 1 spawn, it won't be an issue, I think. So if I come here, kill... Can I actually reach? No, I cannot. I want to freeze this to hit Scarab, but I don't think... No, I cannot. So, I cannot even do the opposite. That's annoying. Oh well. So I'm going to freeze Scarab. So as long as we keep the shield, no need to worry about anything. Actually, can destroy the mountain myself, so I could have, yeah, if I had more chances I could have helped, but no need to worry. So if I destroyed 2, I could have done another way. Actually, who's the pilot? Yeah, 13. I need to level up this one. Thanks to the acid, I can do it. They just repair to avoid the warning. Actually, the wings from the fireflies are peeking outside. So now that I showed you what Bethany can do, I'm actually going to put her back, because I prefer to play with the Ice Mech as intended. And I cannot power. I was doing almost ruined the run. Instead, like this, we should be fine. Yeah. So I still need to check. Also Untouchable. Let's see if we can do Untouchable. Well, and so if we do Untouchable, of course, adding health is pointless. Not that we can do much. So I'm going to actually add here and here. And check again. We are good. Also, Pacifist could be an interesting way of doing that. Kill 4 enemies if it with acid, not the best. And battle with less than 4 mech damage. That can do. So, well, that will be tough. So, going here, hopefully you can push something to acid. Let's see. And hopefully the Barwar will stay here. Thank you for monitoring us. And no, it did not. I think freezing is the best option here. This is giving extra health, so I'm not going to... I will not kill it. But I can flip its attack direction. And yeah. And freeze this one. Fortunately. Here is the only place I can freeze. Conveyor belt are good, but yeah, of course, cannot free myself. But we'll add 1 damage. We'll move around. Need to get off this before it dumps me in a vat. Yeah. Just 1 movement per turn, so it's not too bad. And finally we can kill something. Drown something, so fewer than 3 enemies. So I'm going to kill these 2. And actually, yeah, for the Untouchable thing is not a good situation unless... Yeah, so I'll give up the Pacifist already, because I want to destroy here, and this will kill. And yeah, this will get defrosted, but we are good. Even though we are flying the conveyor belt will push us, but will not get into the acid. Of course, if we were frozen, I think we would get take a quick dip before flying. If we do like this, the acid will get frozen. But if we come here and do it like this, maybe not. Let's see. So first, can I kill this one? No, I cannot. I'll actually just move away and defend this building. I'm curious to see what happens. Maybe next turn. So I can kill this one, freeze this one. No, I cannot. So if I do like this, I'll bump. Actually, no, it's stable. So if I freeze, I could kill the Hornet. I think I'm going to do this to freeze the Firefly and see what happens to it instead of me. Yeah. So fortunately, yeah, I would get the bump anyway, so I cannot attack, cannot drown this one. I'll need to kill it, and I cannot help. The Ice Mech. Just push. Yeah. Fortunately, the Untouchable thing is an issue because I cannot block. You get damaged. So let's see next turn what happens to the Firefly. Actually, I know what happens. He will die because it's not massive. Next time we'll try the Ice Mech is massive, so it should get acid and then get free from the ice. And well, actually, fortunately cannot drown. I could kill like this, so this one will go away. Can kill and do nothing. Yeah, but let's see. This one will die. Yeah. The only doubt is, I guess, if I'm massive, I should take a dip, get acid, and go back flying. And destroy the acid vats, protect the power generator. I'm not sure I can do it. Kill for enemies inflict with acid may be doable, but yeah, I'm going to try to get. Well, we don't need great defense, but let's try anyway. So we need to get some bumps to destroy these. So I'm going to try to get as close as I can. They're in a good position, so we can just hit one, bump, almost kill the other. Perfect. If there was no, if not for this one, it will be perfect. Coming here. So let's start. This one will actually destroy the vat for us if we want. Yeah, I think the best option. maybe could have frozen actually. Yeah, it's best to freeze. Start freezing. And one is done. Okay, so they are attacking. Having the frozen Vec first, it means higher chances to be attacked. But so I need to get rid of this one, this one. So if I attack, I will get damage. But I can push them both away like this and absorb the damage with the ice. Yeah. Again, the Vec cannot let me come here. But I think best option. Yeah. Can actually, let's see. So now I would be safe, but if I repair, so the other weapon was done activated just by repairing. This time I need to attack. So if I attack like this, yeah, it's a Cola repair, which frees my own. So good synergy. So instead of just if I had hit for 2, this one would be attacking next turn. But since I am actually I can come here, so the Hornet will not be able to attack. No, I cannot. So I'm going to, yeah, I don't want to go here because I will if the Hornet is going back in this tile, I won't be able to push it away. But if I do like this, this one is frozen for the rest of the battle, which is better than having it around. Just one. This seems a good battle to get to pacifists, so the more Alpha Vec there are, less chances we get to kill them. So this one is tangled, but is almost dead. Need to attack this one though. So again, we can push it away, but if I block, I lose the Untouchable. Not sure if it's a good idea. Try that Untouchable thing. So again, Pacifist is not happening because I need to get rid of these two. So these 3. So I don't have the repair drop, I can just let this one kill, and yeah, this will ruin the pacifist thing, but we'll have chance next battle. Good. The important thing is that my Ice Mech is free, and I'll destroy that. So I'll actually free him. There's no point. And yeah, the Vec are retreating, they will keep telling me. So if you unlock this as your second squad, you'll be in a lot of trouble. Defend the power plants and battle with less than 4 mech damage. And battle with less than 4 mech damage. So yeah, the high threat is not particularly reassuring. And we don't need extra great defense, so it's not worth it. So now I need to strategize with this squad and teleporting biomatter is prohibited by corporate accords. Can make an exception for you and the mech. Let's I hope to drown the scarabs, so I'm going to stay on this side. Prime mech here. Yeah, I'm not sure where to go. Got another time pod. Don't put yourself at risk to do so. It's an optional objective. Also, if we destroy the time pod, we'll ruin the perfect island. So again, if we had something to push, could teleport these scarabs around, but we do not. So let's see what attacks first. For once that I could have enlisted the help with the mech. Unfortunately, attacks last. Don't see much interesting options. Even if I freeze, then yeah, the bump will remove the ice. So anyway, the best option is to hit one of these. So let's go here. And I should have done that before, because if I come here and kill, this will get free. Yeah, and also I wanted to come here to flip, but I lose the shield, so that was not a good move. Are we back? And maybe it's best to freeze this one actually. Yeah. So going to freeze it and kill. Oh, now I'm frozen. So actually, now that I'm already on top of this, there's no way I can reach here, because yeah, I cannot move twice. So I cannot, that would be perfect since the borrower is stable. It would be perfect to kill the borrower, push this away, but unfortunately I ended the turn here, so I cannot. Great. I'm still avoiding blocking because I hope to get the Untouchable objective achievement, but I think I can do it like this and use the repair. Yeah. So I'm safe with the shield. I'm safe, and the block will unfreeze me. Perfect. Another borrower. So at this point it doesn't matter if they are alpha borrower, alpha fireflies, we are treating them the same. Let's see if I can. I haven't killed anyone yet. It's very bad for the XP, but maybe we can get the pacifist thing. So yeah, I can just push this away. We'll end up here. If I had a second mech able to push, I could come here and drown and kill. So let's go for our pacifist thing. So I'm going to actually, I like to keep blocking instead of freezing this one. Can keep blocking, move away this one. Yeah. Ignore the Scion, and yeah, I don't want this to get free. So I'm just going to do this. We'll not kill anyone yet. Let's see if I can freeze. Yeah. So I can freeze this one. And again, but we don't need, actually could have ignored it. Yeah. So now I have the option of losing the untouchable thing or full pacifist, so I'm going to, yeah, I don't need to worry. Did I kill 3? So it actually doesn't count first 2 for some reason, but I'm going to save. I just could have left this alone and completed the whole objective. I need one more battle. I thought I didn't kill anyone, but for some reason it doesn't keep count for the first 2. So yeah, the text is referring to the optional objective, and we get critical shields. If power grid is reduced to 1, all buildings gain a shield. Not sure, maybe for the last battle. I still have, oh, I need to power it up. I thought it was free, so yeah, I'm not going to keep it. Health, well, we got the move on everyone, so I don't know if it's extra health, but we are still good with the engineering dropout and untouchable. Instead, actually, earn or buy 10 grid. Well, we'll do it another run, but engineering dropout is my priority. So let's see if we can do something with the Psion Abomination. We cannot freeze it, even if I don't. So until now it would be a perfect island. Don't know if I have enough damage. Yeah, 5. But the issue is that all other vacuum plus 1 HP, regeneration, and explode on death. So freezing will not help with the Psions. Actually, it will help the Psion. So I need to freeze everything else. And try to kill Psion. So we'll move. Psion will move around. It's not too important where, but I'm going to start. Actually, I don't want to block because I would get hit. I want the Vec to block. So I can come here, do this, but I still, yeah, need to prioritize damaging. So I'm going to let's see. If I freeze it from here and then attack, I would get the bump and the damage. Though I can do it like this, but I will not defrost my Vec. So I don't think I can block. Freezing this maybe it's best. Yeah. So I'm going to block with the Vec. And yeah, here, if I had something to do here, would get perfect chance, but I do not. So do it like this and start damaging. Luckily, he has not. The Psion Abomination has every Psion, every one of the 4 Psion abilities, not actually 1 HP regeneration, explode on death. Only 3 of the 5 possible Psions. The 4th one is shielding, which I guess it would be too hard. And of course the last Psion, the final island, as damages Ice Mech, which would make the Untouchable achievement if possible. So now, yeah, now if I try to flipping, it won't change anything, and I'm stuck. What? Again, the new weapon saving us, so I can keep blocking. Hopefully I won't kill it because it will explode. So I'm going to come... Wow, I would like to hit... So I think I'm going to stay here. How far can he go? Yes, I'm going to stay here. And repair. Actually, not repair. Did a mistake before. I used the repair, but I need to use the secondary weapon. And that would be perfect to block, but I cannot. So. Actually, I go here, maybe I can get a double hit. I don't know. Doesn't look good. The kill the leader is hard. Let's see how far they can go. Yeah. So now actually they can help, finally. Just one though. So I could, if I hit it and then let this one hit, could be good. And I'm in trouble. So this one attacks first, so I cannot kill it because yeah, it will explode. So I think I need to kill my own. Push this away. Freeze. Yeah. Freeze this one, though not really because it will explode. Now I'm in trouble and I don't know if I can get... Don't know if I can get this one. So I can push this away, this side will free that one. I could block and lose the untouchable thing. So if I freeze this one, actually, the ice will absorb. So thanks to the Vec, we have a chance. But where can I go? Yeah, not a great spot. It's very bad. I think it's the only way. Yeah. So without the ice, this will explode to damage and will explode here. If I could just push one more, this one will be dead. There's still hope though. Actually, I forgot about the Psion regenerations. It won't die. And how are you? Not a good spot. Yeah. We are going to take damage. So actually, we are good with the Psion leader. But yeah, I cannot free myself. If I had found a way to free myself here, maybe coming here, I think it was, yeah, there was the borrower here. Without the borrower, I could have done a double trick shot or something. So we take 1 damage. But we'll get the perfect thing achievement. Yeah. We don't have really miss the 4-way displacement or something like that. But in this case freezing seems the only option, but yeah, it's too far away. Should have stayed on this line. So even if we come, if we could come here to flip this one, we'll just attack something else. So unfortunately, there's no, can do nothing. Oh well. Can also get the pacifist objective. Yeah. Kill fewer than 3 enemies in a single battle at the cost of 1 building. And got the perfect island and the untouchable. No corporate damage. We get Archie. Smoke bombs are actually very good for a pacifist run. Yeah, Archimedes has move again after shooting, but has great defense. Yeah, smoke could save us. Yeah, we can wait, but we cannot access the shop. So we could take a look at our own things. But maybe since we have ice, smoke is not as important. Yeah, we can replace this one. So we got untouchable and no weapon modification, so we can power up Archie. Yeah, let's go with Archie. Mainly for the dialogue. Let's see if we get something good. Yes, so my patience has been rewarded. We get a smoke drop, gravitational well. We don't have science. Yeah, that would be helpful to bump for the Ice Mech with a bump. Auto shields, building in a shield so to taking damage. Apply a shield, another science. Yeah, I don't think we need it. We can get Archimedes on maybe on the Aegis Mech, but yeah, the shield is actually useful, so I leave it here. Since this one is frozen, there's no point in leaving it. So well, we can get health even though it's not really useful. We install both cores. And we get Archie back with his funny dialogue. So apparently they use some sort the cores, nuclear technology. And smoke drop, get out of jail free card. Auto shields, even more, get out of jail free. So we cannot power up these weapons. Not sure if without powering a weapon modification, I'm not sure if it counts. Yeah. Weapon modification, it means the upgrades, so we are free to equip these. I thought it was a complete, yeah. So yeah, this weapon has no modifications, so we are okay. If we power up these, we'll lose the run, we'll lose the achievement. So repaired up actually not too bad. So at this point, instead of repaired up, should have used the other one. Would be more. Actually, I have it. So repair field. Now we can do it as much as we want. So I'm not using repair drop. I'm not using critical shields, and I'm not using this pilot. But hopefully no one will die. So we actually got Untouchable, so I don't need to worry about. I can take some damage. Also, the heat converter is funny. Freeze the tile in front, but light the tile behind on fire. Just one use though. Could be interesting instead of the repair field. I'm going to add the light tank here. And the smoke drop here, just in case. Extra movement. All have extra movement. Not to worry about health. Oh, I forgot. We can, yeah. I thought we were missing something. I can buy the extra core, but so I can add more L here. And now let's go to actually I think I'm going to skip RST. Do a 3 island run and defend the tanks. Take less than 3 damage. So let's go here. We can push back that way. And we still need to do a trick shot. Here could be a good option. Well, actually, didn't think about that. The more I wait for the trick shot, the worse it is, because I get more and more health. So could flip and will die next turn, but I cannot freeze. Oh. Actually, I can shield and freeze like this. So I could push this to the high tide. Yeah, the only way without using smoke. So this one will die. This one will not. Also I have Archie, so I can block. So yeah, the good thing about Archimedes is that I can use it to block now that I did the untouchable goal. So I can actually kill this one. Maybe it's best to kill. Or I can... So I could stay in place, freeze, and get defrosted by the Scarab. But the issue is that this one will then hit me. So let's do like this, block, and yeah, cannot go anywhere. This one would be perfect. The Vec has been encased neatly in a fresh cryogenic shell. Yeah, I can block actually. Sure, it's a good idea. Yeah. Cannot block for 3 turns. Okay, so this one is dead. And I cannot even reach. But I can kill. Yeah, I'll level up Bethany. Can I set up Wonder if you can set up a double kill. If I do it like this, maybe. Yeah, I don't think. But let's try. So actually go here. Where's, oh, I can actually, yeah, put this on fire. But now I'm going to leave it this, and let's see if I can set up a triple kill. No, they are both alpha. No hope with that. Can kill each other though. So this one will hit and this one will hit. Yeah, nothing. Could actually deploy, but can I? So I can deploy this, but I'm stuck. So can I kill both of them? Yes. So yeah, I need to worry about the triple kill. They aren't amphibious, water is deadly to them. They're massive language. The game. Kill at least 7 enemies, I'm going to avoid it. And we got air support. Detecting the time pod. We haven't been particularly lucky this time with the time pod. An old space capsule, a different alloy, and this one will die. I can push. Actually, I can push. So these will die. I could block. Yeah. I'll block and kill. Actually, I could have blocked both. Yeah. Yeah. Fortunately, it doesn't count as a triple kill. Wow. No. So yeah, the only way to get a triple kill is to get Vec with 1 HP here. So with the bump, it will die. But the Alpha Vec, we don't have many chances to do it. I'm going to try to set up something. So I leave this one with 1 HP. Block. Yeah, I also need to get them on a line. Maybe with the help with the push mech. Yeah, maybe some pushing. I can do it. I can also sacrifice the push mech to block. But yeah, let's just pick up the pod and block maybe. So yeah, not sure you can do. Yeah. I wonder if it saw the mountain as an alpha. I forgot about that line. Bethany has a lot of imagination, but yeah, too much health to do anything. So I would need... we need to upgrade deal plus 3 damage. Then I can do it. 3 damage plus bump, that means 4. But... yeah, I cannot. So this one will die. The Firefly will hit the mountain. We can ignore it. We can block. Get some extra. I like to add some damage here and there, but well, let's try. Can still block. Attack cancel because there's no room. And yeah, I don't want to freeze. Yeah, I doubt that we'll be able to. So we get 2 Vec with 1 HP, but they need to go on the same line, and this one also need to damage it. Okay, so this one seems promising. 1. Yeah. So if that Firefly was here, the Vec will avoid fires. So I don't think we can do it. Yeah, the only way would be to teleport to this one here and push this one. Yeah. Even if I could push this one and this one here, I still I still need more. It's a complicated setup. Also, endless formic damage. I almost lost the optional objective to try to think that one. So I can, I could kill it with a bump, but yeah, I can just do this. And yeah, maybe next time. At least we got XP in the first island. Maybe it's best to start from here because there are many side stuff that will help with dealing damage. Also, Mercury Fist for damage is a lot. Could use it instead of this weird weapon. And still good. Defend the tanks, kill 7 enemies, defend the train. Actually I was hoping to get a defend the train thing. So do we need an extra reactor core? Not really. We get some health. Approaching civilized technology. So luckily we got defend the train and also a core. So defend the train usually is the worst mission, not with the Ice Mech. Old Horus here is going strong. Yeah, not for long. So yeah, we have the Psion from the beginning. And let's go here. Don't want to get webbed. So it seems we're already in a lot of trouble because, yeah. But with the frozen mech, there's, I don't know if it's called, you can call it a trick, but we wanted to come here. 3, 4. So actually this one is attacking the empty corner to attack the buildings. They shouldn't be this smart. So if I push it, no, that's one will attack first. Okay, so we are in trouble from this aspect, but not from the train. If I can so it's a very bad position for the leaper. I shouldn't have left the mech here. So what I wanted to do is to freeze the train, but yeah, we're in trouble. So I could invert this one. So I'm going to take 1 damage at this point because I don't know what to do with these two. So I can save this, but yeah, to save the train I need to do something different. Actually, can use the, I forgot about the smoke. So that actually helps a lot. And I could also move. No, the Psion probably will move, so I will get free range. And the thing I wanted to do is this. So now the train is frozen and the hardest mission in the game becomes one of the easiest. It's immune to fire, immune to smoke, and is stable, but it's also frozen. Invincible but unable to move or attack. Any damage will free the unit. So there's an extra layer of strategy with the ice, because with the effects, it's a special effect, you need to understand where it goes, what happens with the various secondary objective. In this case, the train will stay here, perfectly in line with the mountain, so no Vec can go. So if the train can move, a leaper could have jumped behind the train and made it impossible for us to kill it, to kill a Vec here with our weapons. And instead, the train is frozen, so even though we are supposed to let it go past this Vec, we can assume that the Vec will that after the Vec will go away, someone will bring a torch and thaw the train. So we are good on this side. The tank would help a lot. These are very hard to deal with. Really need to get them to freeze them. Yeah, I'm stuck with all these Vec, and yeah, if I kill this one, I'm going to take 1 damage because of the Psion. I could push it away, but again, 1 damage here, so I'm going to take some damage anyway. But we have plenty of grid, so I'm going to take 1 damage anyway. Probably this one is done. Let's do it like this. This one will destroy, but yeah. Now I'm free and I can freeze something else. Yeah, I need to freeze this one and take 1 damage. And without upgrades, third island is very bad. I could actually tank. So yeah, I'm going to stay here, otherwise we'll destroy. No, it didn't. Luckily we can. It's not. Yeah, the bonus move we can cancel like any other move. So yeah, we'll destroy this one, but we'll save all the others. At least we don't need to worry about the train. Can flip this one. Freeze. Move in a more central location. Right. Actually, we are done. Didn't even see it was the last turn. So we survived 2 damage, but yeah, I was so happy with the freezing the train that I didn't consider that we don't have the means to deal with Manivac. So we got an easy mission here. Kill at least 7 enemies, it won't happen. Defend the tanks, defend the artillery support. The artillery support will actually help a lot. But let's try with defend the tanks. Not that we need... unfortunately, we got the power when we are full. So, in the different order. Starting from here, we could have been at full power. But yeah, if you get a star, you can decide to buy 1 power grid, so this one is always a better choice. Maybe actually repair heat converter. So the Mercury Fist is great for the boss, but not the best for defending the tanks. So actually, yeah, with this, with Janus Cannon, we need to be very careful not to hit the tanks. We can add a third tank from ourselves and actually a good position, so since it will explode here. So these one are not powered yet, but so this would be a great option to get the achievement. Of course, we don't have enough damage. Also, it will explode. So probably not the best option actually. So I can freeze something here. I could yeah, if I instead of drowning I could let him push, and we got another FTL pop. So I'm going to need to go there. Can I save this one? Actually, I can always freeze it actually. So if I freeze the tank, it will be safe. Let's do it like this. Then block. So it will, if I attack with the Aegis Mech, it will explode the beginning of the turn, destroying the tank. So freezing the tank seems the only way out, or pushing the tank away actually. So what I can do is push the tank away. So now this one will go here, it will be perfect for a double hit. They like to block. Actually, can I reach? No, I cannot. So I would actually lose the tank like this. Okay, so I'll push this into water. Can actually do it like this. So I don't need to worry about exploding back anymore. Then I can change direction, but I cannot actually... I cannot freeze it. Okay, I can push it though. Oh, good enough. Let's do it like this. Then invert direction and set it on fire. And then deploy the tank. Push. And maybe block. Don't know if it's a good idea actually to block. Since we still... Well, actually yes, because we'll get help from the other tanks. We have 3 pushing tanks in the last 2 turns, so blocking now is a good idea. Of course you cannot block for 4 turns. Blocking the Vec in such a manner is a little embarrassing. Archie. And again here. Don't see many options for a double kill. Can invert. Push. I wish I could make him attack here. 1 step too far. So I can push without the reset. I need to, like in chess, you need to think with your hands away from the chessboard, otherwise it's a fall. The other can call fall if you touch piece by accident, you need to move. So let's think about it. We need to push this one. Also block somehow. This one here. And also this one will destroy. So what attacks first? So we can use the beetle to push. No, we cannot because it will die. For once I wanted to flip without killing it, but I cannot. So yeah, it's not a great position. Even if I freeze it, it will drown. But so I think we need to kill it. Actually, we can simply kill it like this, pushing it against ourselves. So yeah. Okay, so this definitely hitting here, the best option. And then where can we push? Where can we push? Maybe you can freeze this one. Okay. So we still need to destroy the mountain, otherwise we'll lose the chance to get another FTL pilot. Unfortunately, the mountain is very far and we don't have artillery. So I think I'm going to... Yeah, I think I'm going to use the tank. Can I reach? No, I cannot. So I wanted to come here next turn with the tank to get the bump. But yeah, since next turn we'll get 2 more tanks, so I'm going to sacrifice it to block, so we can kill like this and then push the tank closer. Actually, yeah, there's no point, not enough, need to wait here. Do it like this. Dispose of this threat to human safety. Yeah, Archie comes from a timeline where the humans are treated like livestock, so the android are taking care of them. according to the game files, taking care of the humans. That's why he says, get into the pen, stay safe in the pen. So, can I do something useful? I think I'm going with the plan, blocking. So here, maybe it would be better to block, to freeze the Firefly, but they cannot reach. So I'm going to hit here, then I'll take 1 damage from the bump, but yeah, this one deals 3 damage. So I'm good. And at this point, yeah, I could actually take no damage and just invert. But I'm going to do it like this. And yeah, no, I'm not going to push. Squatting on emerging Vec was not what it was programmed for. And that's why we make you do it, Archie. And we got fire support from both archive tanks. Unfortunately, they are not in a good place. So what I want to do is get the bump here. So I have to bump the other tank. So I was right. So if I had sacrificed my own tank to push this one, yeah, these are, I remember correctly, these are for, should have checked, these are for movement, so in this position I could have reached. Instead, I need to waste 1 turn to get him up here. Yeah, but I can hit both of them. Can hit these two, and yeah, still no hope for the trick shot. Maybe a last mission, hopefully. Can I reach here? No, I cannot. But I can just stay in front of it. So one thing at a time. First, actually I can do it last. Or let's go. Yeah. There was something buried in the mountain, no idea how long it's been there. And now I can pick it up and it's activated, not my fault, it just happened. And freeze something. But actually we don't really need to freeze. So I can keep blocking. With Archie I could have moved anywhere, keep blocking. But so I like to push this into water, but I cannot reach. I hope to get, yeah, even if I hit, even if I flip, it will hit there. So I can either use the tank to push me here and freeze, or so yeah, I don't see any way to get the thing. So maybe with extra bumps. So I'll keep this one alive just in case. And I'll use the tank to pick him up, maybe. I don't think, I don't remember if the pod comes the last turn, so I'm going to do this just for safety. And yeah, with Silica, with the double shot destroyed. So I'm going to freeze this. This, and now I can freeze the Scarab or the building. Choose the building. Yeah. Who can? Yes, the bonus move Identified objects approaching, emitting a signal that strange device did. So yeah, I think it comes even at the last turn. Mech has destroyed the mountain, is not an issue. Hopefully we get someone else than Ariadne. So first, trick shot possibilities, none. Can kill them. So even with the help of tanks, I don't see any way to push. Yeah, even with pushing, if I could push from this side, get two in a line, yeah, almost. So yeah, I cannot do much. I'm going just to save the tanks. That's it. Could get some XP. Level up. Reactor HP, so Bethany is very good. So we did the mission, still need to do the trick shot, and we have corporate HQ. So we need a bunch of Vec with 1 HP to do an easy thing. And we got Mafan, so at this point ensure that the odds are adjusted for the squad, because it cannot be a chance. We get fire resistance with the flame max. Yeah, so Mafan, the Zoltan, and their energy beings are about to transcend to another plane of existence. The pod ship, whatever it is, as an occupant, can make out what he's saying, but it seems friendly. In FTL, they will provide power to a room they are in, and this is translated as having a +1 reactor core, but on FTL I've reduced health from 100 to 70, +1 reactor core, reduce mech HP to 1, gain shield every turn. So it's a better version of Bethany. The issue is that it has only 1 health, so you need always to have the shield up. Having the shield each turn means that, actually not for Bethany, but I almost clicked here. I would have lost the engineering dropout run. If you put it here, everything changes. I don't think there's a mission for him on FTL. Also, they explode upon death, which is a plus in FTL, but not here. So in FTL they will damage the attackers. Instead, here we don't have death explosion, but we only have positives aside from the health. Just 1 health, not upgradable. So we get corporate HQ, destroy the Hornet leader, and protect the corporate tower. And don't think we can do anything. Yeah, this power, but I almost forgot. Mercury Fist, we need it to kill the Hornet leader. And come here, maybe here. And we'll see that the Mafan completely breaks the Ice Mech, because we don't need to worry about the side effect anymore. The only downside is that 1 HP, if we get 2 attacks in the same turn, we are dead. But you can just safely shield any kind of damage. So it doesn't matter if it deals 1 or 10. Also acid with just 1 HP, it's not anything to worry about. Could actually absorb and basically, yeah, kill this one. We could already kill it in the first turn thanks to the Mercury Fist, but it will attack first, so it will deal damage. So let's find something else to do. So I can still reach. I'd like to push this one, but of course I cannot. But I can still block. So let's try moving and flipping. So this shield will protect me. Well, acid is not great. Yeah, maybe Archimedes would be good. Should have switched Archimedes here. But yeah. Also, if I come here, yeah, we'll get a lot of damage. But yeah, I don't want to waste smoke already. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to come here to block. And freeze. So with the shield I cannot freeze my own because if without the shield I could have frozen and absorbed the damage that way. Yeah, I think it's worth it to freeze this one. The centipedes are a problem to deal with, so yeah, the only issue is that I get acid, and without the optional challenge I could have had an extra shield here. So gain shield was the first upgrade, which I'm still not doing, for a little bit more. So with no Psion we can just kill this one or let it kill. No, again, leader acts first. Also, can I do the trick shot? So let me see. No, unfortunately the Ice Mech does not allow me to come here. Also, yeah, I got bomb. But this setup seems good for the Aegis Mech, because one needed an extra. So the Scarab luckily is attacking me instead of the other buildings. So can I could kill both of them, but yeah, without the trick shot. So if I come here, this one will probably kill, and this one. So this one will kill the leader for us. So just need to freeze here, and we are okay. So yeah, without Mafan I should need to position the Ice Mech in such a way that it gets hit to break the shield, but I don't need to worry about that now. I can just do this, and yeah, this one will break the shield, will break the ice. Safe. This one will kill. This one will kill. Still no hope for the trick shot, but I should keep blocking. But first, let me add one damage so that I'm safe. And yeah, we are good. Now, yeah, too far away. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we still need a map in which the Vec are in a line. For example, starting from the starting position, they could have been great. Would be a line here for the trick shot. Well, let's try. In the end, I didn't use the Mercury Fist yet, But let's try again to keep them alive just for the trick shot, if I can. So I'll keep blocking, and I'll not sure where I can go so that attacks me. Let's try to go here, hopefully these two Vec will come closer. And I just actually just push it like that. Yeah, last attempt for trick shot, otherwise I need to do the final battle, which when we'll be fully upgraded with 3 damage should be easier, but we get forgot. Sooner or later, you don't see any trick shot opportunities. It's close because we got these two where we wanted, so just pushing them here would be perfect. And then we just needed 1 extra Vec, Psion here with 1 HP. Yeah, also this one is stuck and I cannot even reach. I cannot even reach here, so it's no luck yet. But yeah, if we don't worry about the trick shot, the turn is easily solved with ice. I'll absorb the damage, and then I can pick what I want to kill. So yeah, I can come here. Also, I need to worry about the exploding Vec. The Vec exploding may be an issue, so I just need to push that away and basically move out of the way at this point. Let's see who needs. So they're max level. Archie needs the XP. I just move out of the way and get the XP. So I could have. We cannot level up Mafan on the Ice Mech unless we get some environmental kills. The Vec have vacated the region, at least we did the mission. And now Mech HP, Perfect Island, Henrik 1. Mech can move through enemy unit. Yeah, it's not going in the team, anti-HP, but it's unlocked. So we have Phase Cannon, passing through buildings, Teleporter, Shield Projector, and Explosive Vents. A lot of science weapons. Maybe Teleporter, always good, doesn't need too many cores. Explosive Vents, we have actually Mercury Fist, so I think, yeah, we don't need to be able to use this every turn. So Mercury Fist is for special occasions. Phase Cannon, it could be useful instead of the Janus Cannon, but thinking the Teleporter actually. The Teleporter or the Smoke. So I'm going to sell everything except for the Smoke Drop, Teleporter, and we have 12 stars. So with this method, actually the achievement, so we still need to leave the island to get engineering dropout, but earn or buy 10 grid powers on a single compared island becomes very easy, because I could just need 8 I could just buy them all, and yeah, it's useless, but could get that achievement when I want. Instead, I'm going to buy 4 reactor cores. Actually, do we really need the reactor cores? So as soon as we leave the island, we'll be able to upgrade our shield, upgrade the Spartan Shield, Mercury Fist. Yeah, we do need a lot of cores, tank, and then between the smoke drop and the teleporter. Yeah. So I'm tempted to do this to get the achievement, but I'll leave it for another time. And yeah, I'll decide later between the two. So I'll leave island, get the engineering dropout, and now before the volcanic hive I'm going to set up finally. So the gain shield means that we don't really need Bethany here. So finally can move freely around. Don't need health. 7 health was a bit too much. Move could be useful. +1 damage, not really. Janus Cannon, extra damage, that could be also useful. And then smoke drop, light tank. Cryo Launcher is very good. The light tank means we only waste 1 turn to set up the tank. Then we can do whatever we want. Maybe health, so the light tank can block. Just 1 core. So we have the cores for the teleporter, but not sure if it's better. Yeah, we could either add the teleporter fully upgraded or upgrade Mercury Fist. Yeah, the smoke drop cannot be upgraded, so when we have many cores it's best to use something else. So I'm going to try the teleporter. Let's do this like this, or maybe, so we got the three tiles like this. Yeah, let's do it like this, and hopefully can get that trick shot and finish the achievement for the frozen titans. Come on everyone, we can do this. Can do this, but can we do the trick shot also? I didn't buy the grid power, could have been helpful. Let's see, so here the Firefly leader is actually our counterpart, so Janus Cannon. Oh, I guess I should say Janus Cannon, since if January actually comes from Janus in Latin, so in English maybe Janus makes more sense. So yeah, Janus Cannon, but more powerful than our own. But yeah, we can burn it, not kill it. So let's see. See already. Good spot. We could block damage, the shield, and maybe freeze. So could push. So I could block completely and push with the tank, or actually come here and push like this, or damage everyone. I think, yeah, prefer to block. And then I could freeze someone, or simply, yeah, need to come here. So now I can block with the support tank. And I don't think they really need it. Actually, yeah, this one is going to block for us. So I'm not going to do anything actually. Yes, I can drown. And we are good. Hopefully, I regret to inform you that my shield has been compromised. No worries, can get a new one next turn. And actually they can kill each other. So yeah, I was waiting for this thing to push the leader into an instant kill. But yeah, still need to worry about this one. The Alpha Beetle. Can I come here? So these two are too far away, but they can teleport. You can simply teleport. And will die. Then this one will almost kill. So I'm going to do something about that. Also, yeah, if you attack the Firefly leader with the flip its attack direction, doesn't change anything. So I cannot reach, so maybe freezing this one is the best option. If I could just push it once, it would die. But yeah, don't. Too far away. So I think I'm going to... Cannot block, but I can freeze this one. And then either absorb damage, or I cannot flip, or use the Mercury Fist. So yeah, I can block the tank and maybe just block. So get 3 damage, but you have plenty of health. So if I attack an empty tile, I get the shield and also the can move somewhere else. Unfortunately, yeah, the volcano acts first, so it won't die. This is on fire. And yeah, we can play around with the shields all day. Well, Bethany has lost hers, but these two, plenty of shields. So let's see if we can get trick shot. So I can drown this one or kill this one. I could just kill it with the Mercury Fist and freeze. I like to freeze it. Freeze the building, so maybe I can get a trick shot next turn. And this one can still block, push, and I cannot attack. This one will get in trouble. So I'm going to attack an empty corner. And I'm not going to block. So let's see if they can get in a nice line. No. Yes. Almost. So yeah, I need to get between these two, and also so this one is already dead. A bump is not enough for the door, so I can do it like this, and then a bump will be enough, but I still need to. So if I add the teleporting to the Ice Mech, this would be an easy. I don't think I can do it. Actually, yeah, before getting pushed I could have just teleported. Yeah, it's not important at this point. This one is dead. Can I... Well, the tank is dead either way, so... Yeah, I cannot. Oh, also Archie has the same line. Did we go back in time or create a new timeline? So I'm going to do the opposite and hit here. So I'm going to come here. Not that it's important, just for completeness sake. So this one is dead, this one is dead, and this one is dead. Yeah. Then we get to repair next turn and we lose the, of course. I don't think the tank is following us. It would be too easy to get two tanks. And now with the blobber, not sure if the blobber counts actually. If the blobs count for the trick shot. Let's see. Mafan is saying something. But yeah, get bomb here. We are to keep the Vec from Renfield dangerous toy. Let's get to it. Some humor. So this one could be a great chance. Yeah. If I could deal 4 damage, and I can. But is it worth it? Yeah, I'm not sure if the blob counts. I remember that with the hazardous mech, it didn't count, but people were upset because they thought it would this would be a kill, and so they changed it. They changed the formula. Let's see if it works. I still have new reset. Yes. So yeah, the blobs are minions, and I thought about resetting, but actually I can just block. I could, yeah, not only can block, but so I could push this one to kill, but so I can absorb 3 damage, but I would get every tile in the path on fire. Don't think I get on fire if I come here, but yeah, I could do this, but I wanted to add the tank, and to add the tank, if I put the tank here, it's not massive, so it will not be able to jump from here to here. So I need to put it here, and then get the damage. But Yeah, I don't really need to kill. I think we are powerful enough. So I'm just going to block. Yeah, I should have the tank and push the tank. Yeah. So I would have the tank already done. But yeah, we don't need to worry about this. Surely we can find a better way to block this creature than with our mechs. So unfortunately, I should have reset because I used the Mercury Fist. Would be perfect here. Well, not perfect because I'm targeted by the tentacles. Close enough. Also, this one is massive, so it will keep attacking through water. It should get on fire though. But yeah, I could teleport someone. Could just change here. And let's see if I have enough. Yeah, because of that boulder. Without the boulder, I could kill this one, but I cannot. So I could push. Well, with the tank, I could just. If I had left the tank on the first turn, it would be good. Could push one of the beetles, but this way I think I need to block. So attacks first. So I could get one hit here, one hit there. So the shield would protect me from the first, and I could absorb the second if I wanted. Or I can just flip this one. So I can take damage. It's not an issue. But if I attack here, yeah, the Renfield bomb will be destroyed, so I don't want to do that. What I want to do is actually teleport, get rid of the beetle leader, and I already committed to the move. Oh well. I'm pleased to report that I'm currently shielded, so no damage. Not going to take any damage. Just freeze this. Yeah, with all the upgrades and the Mafan, this squad becomes quite easy. And yeah, 3 Vec, 3 of us. I cannot teleport here because I am technically underwater under lava. But well, we can just ignore the firefly. Change direction. Being shielded does not mean I plan on taking any unnecessary risks. And maybe here. Blocking. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I just block. And freeze this one because the Vec will destroy the shield. So can I block something else? Only one spawn? It's weird. So there's a limit to the number of Vec on the surface, but the frozen Vec I think count for 0.75. So it's not as if there was an extra Vec if we have a frozen Vec. So the number of Vec determines the chance of how many spawn we'll get next turn. So if a Vec is frozen, it doesn't count as a full Vec, to try to compensate. Also, could we get a second trick shot? Not really. But yeah, even if I actually 4, yeah, even if I, no we don't. So if I don't do anything, I get 6 damage. So I get 30% chance on each hit. So statistically, I have a good chance of surviving even without doing nothing. So, but yeah, I'm not going to worry about that. Can I reach somewhere? So I can just freeze. Not sure if I can do anything. So I could push this away, and yeah, I cannot kill it here because I don't have any room to move. So I think I'll need to sacrifice Archie if I want to save. So I don't need to worry about the bomb, but I do need to worry about this one. So the projectile are the best for us because we can just put our mech in the way, but unfortunately there's no room. And the artillery, of course, we cannot do anything. So I could just freeze, push this away, but actually, yeah, I need to use the teleport because I don't have enough room to go around. So yeah, this one is dead. This one is dead. And could freeze the bomb to avoid damage. Yeah, we don't really need. We are good. And we did it with the help of Mafan, but even without Mafan, when you get good second weapons, not too bad. My work here is at an end, yet the journey continues. I'm going to keep Mafan. And we need to do more achievements next time. Victory, Archimedes, Bethany Jones and Mafan. 22, so we lost almost 500. 493, I believe. 22, 500 is the 3 island maximum score. So grid defense, make HP, reactor HP. Oh no, we got grid defense, not great, but I'm going to keep Mafan anyway, just too good. And next time we actually do random score. So I'm going to buy the hazardous mech. These mechs have spectacular damage output but rely on nanobots feeding off dead mech to stay alive. And buying all squads, I avoided doing that because it reveals that you need the secret squad. So all the achievements are not wasted time, but are needed to unlock the final squad. But the last two, randomized and customized, are not new mech, just a different way playing the game, more roguelike way of starting with the random squad or a custom one. So the backup batteries could have done any time just by using the stars and selling everything and buying these. So I'm going to remember to do that. At some point, we need 3 more squads here. The last 2 challenges we need. So sustainable energy was quite easy. Engineering dropout we did. There is no try, it's just when you go to perfect island. Finish 3 corporate islands, destroy every time pod discovered. Finish 3 corporate islands without equipping any pilots on board. So this would actually work well together. So hopefully Mafan has come the right moment to help with the random squad. But we'll see next time. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.